We just never got it.
Yeah, no doubt. Just whatever.
Yo, what's up, everyone? We have a pretty funny stream today. So, as you guys can see, I am in Eindhoven, which is in the Netherlands, enjoying a pretty hench burger with peanut sauce on my fries, apparently. So I'm literally sat in this burger place. Yeah, we got the real Randy Chavez over here. We have Carl Wilson next to him. So I didn't
Hey.
expect so many people to join, and I think we'll probably have more people join, which will be quite funny. But yeah, this is a pretty all-star cast. Like we always discuss streaming together, but we just never get around to doing it.
Yeah.
I'm just enjoying my Groot, you know? It kind of looks like a burger, but not quite.
Oh,
So is that burger Angus, K, or is that
it's yeah. So let me try and bring it
is
up.
that
It's,
100% beef or
this is pretty chunky.
yeah,
It's my first burger in the Netherlands.
that's a big one. Quarter pounder or
Ooh, let me see. How do I put comments on the thing here?
I think.
Oh, I just click on it. Okay. Oh, okay. This is cool. Okay.
Is this happening now?
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Omar.
I think it's a quarter pounder. Yeah, I just got the biggest one on the menu. I was like, I'm hungry.
Okay.
yeah. No doubt, man. I'm starving
Yeah,
too. You're
Carl, I
making
was
me
telling Randy earlier. So basically, tomorrow I'm going to be going to the Ethereum Dev Meet, and then after that I'll be going to the IMX one. So I'm going to be going with Mark, Lewis, and Gavin from the Hero team, and also Venkatesh is going to be joining us.
Oh wow. That's
It's going to be
pretty
pretty
sweet. Yeah.
awesome.
That's an all-star team right there.
Yeah, is anyone from the Illuvium community going to be at the IMX meetup? Do you know?
Are you going to stream?
Yeah, I'm going to be live streaming. I want to basically
yeah.
get Gavin on live stream and find out what the next digital drop's going to be for Hero.
Yeah,
Like,
we need
I'm going
to
to be like on my channel first.
That'd be amazing.
exactly. And you need to like low key like try to get the alpha, like like ask a low key question. Yeah. So what's that next digital drop? Just ask them like out of the blue real quick.
Just casually.
While on stream. Yeah.
That was fun. We did the first digital pack opening on your stream. I remember with taps.
Yeah, that was fun, man. That was fun. That was a blast. That video it did really well too. We had a lot of people on in the community. I was hoping to get
Ethereum 2.0 delay.
I was hoping to get pre-order packs though to like do the
Oh man,
physicals.
my packs are taking forever to come. It's just perpetually delayed.
So like I'm checking the mail like every day, but yeah.
You got to get a contact down at the post office. Be like, hey, I've been out of town, but I'm kind of close. As soon as something with my name comes on it, let me know. Come pick it up.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys read before, but Taps is getting his hair chopped off on Monday.
Is he? Is he gonna stream that?
He's not gonna stream it, but yeah, he's gonna, like, I don't know. Someone made a comment about something about long hair boys like me, Taps, and Johnny Dunn, and he's like, I'm getting it chopped off on Monday. I was like, Taps, no.
You should donate it to a good cause.
Do the Reese thing where they have the long hair like together.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should get him to donate that. You can donate your hair to like a good cause,
Oh, dude, his hair looks like a Garnier Fructis commercial. Like
exactly.
Like kind of like no homo here. I was in when I had him. Oh, I don't know if I have it anymore. I had him getting out of he was clothed, but getting out of like the shower, like out of the bathroom, I should say, the fully clothed, and he just has he comes out with like cane. His hair's all in front of his face, and he's all jacked in like a wife beater. It's like, oh, it's awesome.
Yeah, I watched I think they have like a documentary on like Netflix of like the first cane mask, and these guys are like collectors, and they like try to go like locate the very first like infamous cane mask, and they like go out and try to find it. And the original wrestler, Kane himself, like he's like, I'm not sure if this is the first one, but here you go. It's been in the storage bin for like 10 years. And so they get it, and I think they paid him like 10 grand for it or something crazy. And now it's like in the and it's like in the wrestling museum now or something crazy.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it was a really cool episode.
And
it showed like all the go ahead.
When you love something, you pay somebody 10 grand for an item and then you put it in a museum. Like that's really cool. I would love to do that with the original Pokemon set one day. like the first edition PS I put it in a museum. Unfortunately, at that time, it'll probably cost over $1 million. But by the time OMI moons, we can get it. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Did you ever learn much about the printing process of Pokemon cards?
I did for when it was at WotC, the Wizards of the Coast, but Pokemon just bought the new printing what do you call it? Company that prints the cards now. I don't know what they're called. So
yeah,
I have to like.
I think it's like Millennium something or.
I was talking to Rob, and he was explaining to me like how it works. Like they print it in like a big sheet, and then they cut it.
There's a giant machine. That's why there's so many cards that like, oh, this is like a thick border and this one's thin, so it takes away for like you could have a perfect card that is beautifully not scratched and there's no whitening or edge wear, but because of that machine and it's not centered, it goes from like a 10 to like an 8. It's like,
dang it.
It's rough.
Oh, I heard about the Coke orb thing. You know how back when we had the Coke bears, and you could put like collectibles in them, and then the Deadpool's hat would like disappear and stuff. Have you guys tried it with the new Coke orb, like putting collectibles in there?
No,
like really weird things.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that on YouTube.
Yeah. Like people were telling me, I was like, I need to try this out.
Yeah, it's cool. The person who sent that to me, I think it wasn't. It was somebody in one of my group chats. They're like, "Hey, have you seen this?" Like, no, but I'm gonna report on it. So it was cool.
It looks really cool. Like it adds like a shininess to it or something.
Yeah,
it gives it a cool look. I would imagine the vault builders could do something cool with that.
I had this theory that because in the Coke, the snow globes takes off Deadpool's shirt, and now this interacts with Golden Moments, that Disney and Coke had like a partnership, which they do. It's very public though. Like it's already like I think they sell like 75 million bottles of Coke in Disney parks like every year. Like it's nuts.
That's insane.
I mean, even after a Coke here.
There you go. Have you guys tried the new Starlight Coke? No, I haven't either. I want to.
We don't have it in the UK yet, but I've seen the adverts for it, so I think it should come up soon. Like I think it'll probably go on sale like next month.
Ooh.
Yeah, I saw like a station or whatever, like a little booth set up at my gas station, my local gas station, but they didn't have anything in stock yet. And I was like, oh man, I wanted to like try it. I think Johnny Dunn had one on his stream.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah,
he's in like New Jersey or something.
Ooh.
So I'd imagine.
Oh yeah, Randy, he's in South Jersey. Forgot about that.
Yeah, I bet Randy, you'll be getting them soon, as well.
I'd probably get them in like gas station, but I'll look for it, and I guess if I see one, I'll buy one just to show. I just started a hardcore diet like 3 days ago, so I got no soda. Got nothing.
I'm not a soda guy either. I traditionally don't drink too much. I just stick to like tea, water, Powerade, Gatorade, that kind of stuff.
Did you say?
Yeah, I got my big jug.
It sounded like you said you started the popcorn diet.
No, protein. Gatorade has a protein drink now.
Okay.
Yeah, Gatorade has like a drink where it's like 10 grams of protein in it. It's disgusting. Like, do not get it. It's like the worst thing ever. So Helike was just saying that he wanted to bring up the next pump of VeVe and for the NFTs, and I think there'll be 2 of them. But just go over why the first one will happen, or why the next one you think will happen.
So before I go into that, this question was quite an interesting one. What caused the latest OMI dip? I think it was general market sentiment, and so some people just getting a little bit fed up with the delays. I think some people just wanted to get out and not miss out opportunities elsewhere. So I think it's just a normal dip, nothing crazy. But yeah, so this is the theory. Now, VeVe and OMI, they're 2 very top heavy ecosystems. So what I mean by that is a lot of the wealth is concentrated with whales. Like a lot of the wealth is right at the top. And very recently we had that case with the fraudulent gems. And 2 of the top 4 whales got restricted because of it. In addition to them, a lot of mini whales got restricted. And by mini whales, I mean people with a couple of $100,000 to a couple of $1 million worth of gems. Those are the mini whales. And
Orca whales.
Yeah, I mean, we call it mini whales. Like the real whales, they have like, 10, 20, $30 million worth of gems, like something stupid. But yeah, like these guys have a lot of gems basically. And so we look at them and they're restricted. However, when they get unrestricted, a lot of them I know, they're looking to buy things. Because I was talking to one of them and he's like, oh yeah, I want to buy like golden moments. I want to buy like, the woodies. I want to buy like 20 Donald Ducks as well, because I was talking about Donald Ducks. And they can't do that right now. However, this investigation is kind of going through like some legal proceedings, right? And I think it's coming towards the end of it. So all these guys who have like a ton of gems, they're going to get unrestricted. And I think they're going to get unrestricted before we see MCP and OUP and all this other stuff. Like, I'm fairly confident they will get unrestricted within the next 4 weeks. And so because this ecosystem is so top heavy, we've removed a lot of liquidity from the top. And so we're going to see a stupid amount of gems come in to clean out a lot of these flaws. So I want to hear what you guys think. Do you guys think we're going to see a huge market rebound because these guys who hold a lot of gems are going to get unrestricted? Or do you think it's going to be insignificant?
I have a part 2 to this. So Kyle, you want to go first?
Yeah, well, my thinking is maybe that could potentially start the higher lows catalyst where, the market starts upticking. But I think a real big catalyst on top of that is going to be right around the corner with a video I recently put out with Immutable X and then them being added to the order books. And so I really do think a lot is around the corner. There's something else I was going to mention as well, but I forgot. But yeah, so I think that's going to add. We saw what happened with HRO and the liquidity that can be there, and people that know that they can cash out through Ethereum or OMI or whatever. I think that's a bullish thing for a lot of people that just want to invest into something, into VeVe, but maybe are too scared at the moment and want they know that VeVe doesn't have MTL, but if they are on Immutable X, I think that could be as a bullish signal to people with like large money, like you're saying in VeVe, but outside of VeVe's ecosystem, the Ethereum whales, and we're seeing this market mature in the macro NFT space. And so I could see that potentially spurring and helping a catalyst there. So Randy?
Yes, the lower or higher lows obviously is one big thing that I'll see happening anyway. But like Kay said, there's going to be, most likely, they wouldn't want to give away OMI utility, even like as far as raffles or bigger OMI utility as far as OMI to NFT before they would do this. And it would make sense that they're not doing the special drops like the Q drops right now, because they're waiting for people's accounts to get unrestricted, especially the whales, because they don't want to really hurt their biggest supporters. So they want to make sure things are done with them first. And if you said that this has been going on for about a month since we know about the gem squeeze or the gem transaction loop. And if you say we're getting towards the end of it, let's say maximum there's another month left. So let's say mid-May, late May is when they get it back. Which kind of goes in line with what Reese said on Taps' stream, saying that by end of Q2, everyone will have the ability to cash in and cash out.
That's what it was. That was the item I was, yeah.
So I think that's going to be a big one. A lot of floors will get swept up. And a lot of people that are in my Patreon that are just saying like, hey, I'm buying this. Oh, 740 for Disney's first secret rare, Goofy, the first appearance cards. First where you have, 3 different images on it with a signature. They're buying those all day. So a lot of these are going into people that already have money. And as the prices go up, especially as OMI goes up, these guys won't really need to sell. What would you want to sell? OMI, which you have no emotional attachment to, or cards, these NFTs, you take pictures of them, they're in your family and they like it. And then the big thing is the web app, which would probably go online maybe a month after we start the Q drops, is when the web app comes out. they're no longer going to be doing, you know, smashing the buy now button. Like everyone should smash that like button right now. And
Smash that like button.
once that web app comes out and you're
Slap it
able
like
to
Will
go
Smith.
and put out, you're able to go and put out more than 350 gems per transaction, or 600 if you have Apple. You know, people that are worth, even that are worth 7 figures, you know, like Liquid, that, okay, yeah, they'll put like 30 grand in this. They'll put 40 grand, you know, like it's nothing. Beforehand, they wouldn't be able to do that. And also beforehand, when they notice people's accounts getting restricted for dirty gem buys, and maybe they don't want to buy dirty gems or even gems in general, just because they're afraid their accounts will get restricted. God forbid they're like falsely accused, false whatever. They don't know when they're going to get their accounts back. And then once you have MTL, you have a bunch more of my friends coming in that are, they're not like 100 millionaires, but some of them are worth 7 figures, and they're not coming in until they can cash out. And so yeah, I think there'll be 2. I think there'll be that first one where that liquidity is unlocked, you get the FOMO, and then the next one is when you have that web app coming in. So I think there'll be 2.
It'd almost be like cascading effects, you know, and like Randy, you're mentioning, like people just wanting to pour in liquidity. And I think, you know, with that MTL coming around the corner, I think whales will start to position themselves in that way as well. So with what Kay said, you know, with IMX, with what Randy said, it's like, I think those are all catalysts for sure. And it's all, I feel like it's all almost the same timing. Like it's very close. So
yeah, I think all these catalysts are going to kind of collide together and like give that market a huge boost. There's a question there actually. So I don't know how many of you guys like lurk around in those bot groups, but I've been seeing some funny stuff. I was reading right in this one group called VeVe bot, and they used to give out like the bots for your phones, right? For Androids, and they said that it doesn't work anymore. So VeVe's done something that's just completely disabled it. Like it just doesn't work. So now what they're doing is, rather than them giving you like a botting app, is you give them your account details, like your login, password, email, etc., and they will run your account on a cloud-based version of the VeVe app. So it's running in the cloud. So you don't need an app. It's like on a virtual machine. And so they run like multiple, like, you know, tens of thousands of these in one go. And so you just provide them the account. And in the group, they confirmed that it is working. Like they were successfully able to bot with like a small test group. And so right now what they're doing is they're basically ramping up the amount of accounts they have so that they have a good amount of accounts to hit the next like really, really big drop. There's no point in them risking the accounts they've been building up on, you know, some cheap comics. I'm pretty sure when we get the, I mean, let's be honest, we all know there's going to be a Star Wars drop coming soon because Kenobi's coming out, right? I'm pretty sure they're going to use all of their like accounts they've ramped up and basically stockpiled for a Kenobi drop. So what do you guys think? Have the drops been easier because the bots are gone, or what do you guys think of that?
Yeah, I read that on somebody that's on Facebook is also in those bot groups and is posting like all the screenshots of like the conversations and just saying like, yeah, the botters are like frustrated because there's nothing they can do. And you know, whether they're just saying that, hoping it leaks, hoping that we think, oh yeah, we solved the problem, and they're really doing that. I think it is that. I think Kay, you said on, I don't know if it was a stream or a space, where you said that you did know a couple people that are no longer trying because they weren't able to get anything. Mm-hmm. I've had a couple of friends text me that haven't texted me in a while, said like, hey, I'm actually getting some, I've gotten the last few drops, it's been great. I was like, well, lots are gone. So people are still trying. I mean, I think if we were going to get some more awesome Star Wars stuff, I think we probably would have gotten it on like, you know, the end of Mandalorian or end of Boba Fett. Now, are they waiting for the Kenobi series? Yeah, it'd be great. Or even like something on May 4th. Star Wars Day, that'd also be really cool. I don't want to be disappointed again, so I'm not going to expect it. But if it happens, great.
Yeah.
Why forget Golden Darth Vader?
Oh my
Golden
gosh.
Darth Vader.
That would break the app once more. We would probably see the app break it'll
And
be
then
like
it's like all
it'll
of
be like the
the,
Homer drop all over again, where people are spamming for 40 minutes.
mm.
Do you imagine the burn that
That was
day?
one of my most successful drops. I got like 5 homers on that drop because no one could get in. It was amazing.
I think I got like two or three. Yeah. I love buggy drops, to be honest, because I feel like I have better chance against bots and other people, and I'm just like, yeah, bug out, bug out.
My favorite drops were the really janky ones. Like, do you remember the DeLorean drop where that drop went on for like 2 hours?
Yeah.
I got 5 ultra rares on that drop, and that's where all the memes started back then.
Yeah, yeah, that was good times.
If OMI stays at this price, and we have the only that I hope they would have like a lot. Like, let's say Vader's like a secret rare, but if it's a Kenobi series, maybe we could have like young Ahsoka Tano in there, or even like there's a few of them. There's a Vader, but there's also like Anakin in there. Like maybe he has like this this type of thing where every now and then Anakin comes back, and you know, it just that you see his eyes change. I think that'd be really cool.
The ghost of Anakin.
But yeah, that'd be, if we have a lot, we could burn like over 1 billion OMI just in that drop. That'd be great.
Yeah, that would definitely be massive for sure, for sure.
There was a fake Alex account mentioning about there will be comics on showrooms. Alex responded that was him.
Yeah, there's it's on YouTube. The guy, he has like Alex's profile picture, and he says a lot of times he says stuff. The account says stuff that Alex would say. So you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But yeah, it's not him.
Oh, shout out to Shadow on that VeVe Discord, on the Hero group. All I see is VeVe, Hero, ILV content creators and fans coexisting. I'm all for it. Yes.
What?
Yeah,
there was some funny stuff going on yesterday. I don't know if you guys caught it. It was because Hero had like the card delays, and some people were very like annoyed by it, frustrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the spaces went crazy. It was like I tuned in, and there was about an hour of shouting, and I was like, should I go up and speak? I'm gonna wait for the shouting to calm down.
I was seeing the tweets like during the space, and that's all I saw, and they're all pretty funny. They're like, I can't believe the space, or like, what is up with the space right now? Like, I was just seeing this whole like feed of funny tweets and things like that.
Yeah.
I did catch it, but I didn't join the space.
I didn't either. I brought on my streams, which Helge, you've seen, Steph, Steph Celentano and Justin Pierce, because just talking about Disney stuff, and kind of through over time, like, oh, Hero's really cool also. So Steph is always talking in spaces, always creating spaces on Hero, and Justin Apple Pie just made like a YouTube channel, and he's going in and he's making Hero videos as well, and they're great. They're awesome. So I like how I think we could all win. I think we'd all win very easily. I can't wait to see what the future holds for all 3 projects.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's always good to, as a content creator, create different content around different subjects and things like that. I mean, ultimately, we're bringing in eyeballs to VeVe anyway. So, I mean, it's a benefit to everybody. So, if, there's new eyeballs and new people coming in because you do decide to do another project or another video on something else, ultimately that benefits the community. And so people have to, I think, understand that as we as content creators, we do like to cover other stuff for that reason. It helps bring in new people and educate people on projects like VeVe. And so I think it's a win-win situation for everybody.
Yeah. I just interviewed Gabe Pfeiffer. He's the CEO of City of Gold. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that. It's the reason why I entertained the idea in the first place is because this guy, Zach Shade, the guy's got about as much OMI as I do, maybe a little more. Yeah, he's an advisor on the project, and he's like, listen, I haven't sold any of my OMI, but I'm really bullish on this. So I brought him on, and he said actually the tokenomics that they're using for City of Gold were inspired by things from VeVe, like having a lot of the burn, having a lot of utility with people using it. So when Johnny G says OMI has less utility than Doge or Sheeb, yeah, right now. Talk to me in 6 months. Talk to me in 2 months.
Yeah, we already know like the games are coming, and like It's like the OUP is slated for around the corner as well. So yeah.
That's right. Well, you said having content creators is bringing other things. I've been expanding and getting people. I mean, I always do like military, bring military peeps on just because that's like my wheelhouse. But I have this one girl that specializes in reincarnation coming on the podcast next week.
Reincarnation, as in being brought back to life.
A reincarnation, like you die and then
Like
you
Moon Knight.
get recycled and then you come back. You get born again. Yeah. So and she's got a lot of followers on TikTok, and she's like, "Yeah, bring my audience. It's gonna be awesome." Like, yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm gonna be like, okay, so what about NFTs? What do you like about these?
The NFTs don't die. It's very similar.
Yeah, like what if you can, like the Avatar,
That's a cool.
He
cartoon.
always likes the same 4 toys. So wouldn't it be great if you can give this down to like your daughter and then bring it down to your grandson, but you die before your grandson's born and you're reincarnated as your grandchild and you love the same NFTs.
You get your Todd Batman back. Like, how crazy would that be?
That'd be amazing. I can't wait to get into it.
Yeah, but exactly like you're saying, like adding content to your channel and talking about different things, it benefits everybody, you know.
That's interesting. What do you guys think of? So this might be something that I imagine could happen in Illuvium, but what do you guys think of like? Actually, this kind of does happen in Illuvium, of like having like NFTs, and you pay maybe like a fee in tokens, and you can upgrade them or essentially like recycle them to give you maybe a random variant or like an upgraded variant. What do you think of something like that in VeVe? So like you purchase the common, but you use some OMI tokens and you can get a random chance of like a random ultra rare out of like 3 different types of ultra rares.
I could see a blind box. That would actually
give OMI some good utility as well.
Yeah, I could see a OMI only blind box. Like if you spend like, I don't know, however much OMI, XYZ OMI on a blind box, and in that blind box, you have that random assortment of rarities. I could see that working.
I have this great idea where VeVe has yet to come out with VeVe exclusive NFTs. And because these are our NFTs, and the company, I don't know, like we could have Superman flying right next to Spider-Man, whatever. We could do whatever we want with them. I think it would be really great. Okay, you said that we have it wouldn't be that hard to make a racing game. And we know 2 out of the 3 games that are coming. If the 3rd game's a racing game and you say like, okay, can't afford a, $800 ultra rare vehicle, but you could afford a common and maybe $300 of upgrades. You get like an engine and you get like rocket boosters, you get NOS, and you could really upgrade that. Or if you get like Mermicorno, they're all Pegasi, where they can fly. And they all have a base speed of like relatively slow. But you spend OMI and you soup them up, they get a cape, they get these really high mint items, or not even high mint items. They can get, I guess, high mint items or low mint items. And you can increase their rarity, increase their speed. Like, how awesome would it be if you don't care about the NFTs, but you care about winning races? And this one won. I think that'd be great. Like Tony Hawk, when you reach new levels, you get to go and increase your balance or increase speed or something like that.
Race OMI pink slips. Throw 40 G's, throw 40K OMI on it, and then we'll race.
I wonder if there'll be a cap, because the feature are going to have wagers, and he didn't say there's a minimum or a maximum amount of OMI. So that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot that could be added to the game side of it for sure. I think they could just do like virtually unlimited. I mean, just cool things like that. Racing is very popular, especially like in games. So I think that would be super fun. Like, or even like a Mario Kart-ish type of game. That would be really fun.
That'd be great.
Yeah, because it works for us too. Because as content creators, we can all collab and play with each other, and that's just fun.
It'd be great to have a tournament. And people imagine people having bets on us. Be like, all right, I was betting $10,000 for you to win. Like, that's too much, man. I'm not good at this yet.
Yeah. accidentally like slip on a banana and like peel out by accident.
Just have someone like throw the...
What are your predictions for Q1 2023, Omi?
I'll go first because it's the most wild. I guess I'll throw out three, two of which are super like there. Like let's say Russia decides to go and like into the Baltic states, and you know obviously CPI is not good right now, and Fed comes in and puts trillions in the economy. Super black swan event, and we go down to like near zero. Project almost dies is one super bear case. Super bull case is if everything comes right. We have all the utility that we want. We have major partnerships new that are announced, and we have marketing like Disney and WB and Marvel. They all do marketing for us, and the servers are like, yeah, servers can handle up to 100 million people, and we have a Pokemon Go partnership, and we get up to like 25 cents next year. Most likely, though, base case would be I don't know, like 4 to 5 cents, give or take. Like
4 to 5.
Yeah. Assuming that there are still some delays and some, I don't know, VeVeverse is coming out according to Reese, so maybe 4 to 5 cents is a little conservative, but I'd rather be conservative than not. So.
Okay. What do you think, Kyle? What's your prediction for 2023 Q1?
No, it exactly be just that. You know, like 4 to 5 cents, exactly what Randy said. That's exactly what my thoughts were. Because I mean, if it goes back up to 1 cent, that's going to be the recent or the previous all-time high. I'm trying to pull up the charts on my computer, but I think once that happens, like, you know, I've always said the cup and handle pattern, and like I think it'll form something similar. And then once you always hit a previous all-time high, you usually go to the next level, like big time. Like normally it's like a big boom, and then you know you have to rechart everything because everything is just different. And so I could see that definitely happening. And so yeah, I would say the same as what Randy said. I mean,
the only thing that I'm thinking is that maybe we have one big boomer major exchange like a Coinbase or a Binance. Like maybe we have one of them by that time. Because Reese said in March he wants 4 to 5 new exchanges in a calendar year. So that would be, you know, end of Q1 of next year. So if we have, even if they only get 4 out of the 4 to 5, let's say 2 are kind of like Bit4X, and let's say 1 is bigger. It's like a KuCoin or like a Kraken, and then one of them would probably be the Coinbase or Binance. So I think they'd save that for last.
And I will say too, just to add to that, not financial advice, but also we all like people always like come to us like several months later, be like, well, what happened to that? Well, we are also under the assumption that the timelines are going to be hit as well. So like when we say this stuff, it's not like we're trying to with a crystal ball. We are also under the same assumption as the viewer, like that some of these timelines are going to be hit and met. And then if VeVe pushes back a date, that is not our fault, you know, that we're under the same assumption as everybody else. So,
okay, what about you? What are some thoughts that you might have on that?
Yeah, so I've revised my prediction. My original prediction, I think I remember, Randy, I spoke about on your channel, was 2 cents, my super conservative prediction. I've actually brought it down lower. I think it's going to be between 1 to 1.2 cents, and I'll tell you why. So a lot of the whales, many of them are willing to hold, but I'm sure, Randy, you probably know the best, since you know quite a lot of them, is many of them have been quite frustrated with some of the decisions the team has made on the business side. And a few of them I know, well, one of them been very outspoken about it. They think that David and Dan need to be replaced, basically. It's that bad. And he was saying they gave up the opportunity to like have OMI mass marketed. They gave up like some really good marketing opportunity. Now, I don't know how true that is, but the consensus seems like a lot of these whales, they want to exit, or not exit, but they want to sell a bigger chunk of their OMI lower down than anticipated before because of the recent missed targets.
Yes.
So I believe a lot of them are going to be selling at 1 cent, between that 0.8 to 1 cent range. And so we're going to be stuck there for a while. And I think we will still be stuck there into Q1 2023. Once they've sold out as much as they're willing to sell out, then I think we can go beyond that.
So the reason why I would say no to that is, let's say, I don't know, let's say like 10 billion OMI, which is, it doesn't sound like a lot. Maybe that should be more. Let's say 20 billion OMI are going to be sold at 1 cent. And okay, so that's $200 million worth. That's not a lot of money. Like that, the amount of volume that we'll be doing in, once we have a Coinbase or a Binance, we could do that in a couple of days. And yeah, like, and we obviously have, you know, one scoundrel that is that could do 5 billion in one shot, and, you know, really try to hurt. But again, that's fine. You know, typically, if, and I'm not saying that you know, we'll get $100 million in volume from the start. Obviously, it'll be a slow growth to that. But I'm just saying that the amounts that even the people that I know that are frustrated, and most of the whales that I know are, I think I know maybe 4 that have over 1 billion, that have multiple billion. Not like personally, not including the, you know, some bad actors, but they would probably, even if they sell, I don't know, 500 million OMI, like that's, most of the ones that I know have hundreds of millions of OMI, and they'll sell a good 10 to 20%. But collectively, that's really not that much, and they are hodling for a while. So I think you're right. There's a bunch of people that are going to sell, but that'll be eaten up once we have these major exchanges, and again, once they have marketing, which they haven't done yet.
Yeah, my thoughts too is like, you know, I've been in the crypto space for a while. What I could see happening as well is that, you know, exactly what Randy said is just like that liquidity coming just as soon as it left. So, you know, if a project like OMI does go, you know, get popular once more, like it did before, you know, I'm not saying that as a moon boy. I'm just saying it as just seeing crypto back in its infancy stages and seeing like a lot of these projects boom, like the Cardanos, the Binance coins, you know, is that, you know, if there's the liquidity there, as fast as people are selling, people can buy even more so, especially if they're bullish on it. So if you get somebody that's Ethereum rich and they like the idea of OMI, they see the utility in it, they will immediately double down just like that and replace that whale immediately. And and oftentimes they have more money than the current whale. So I could see that happening. If there was something like that to happen, yes, it could affect the price short term, but if there's enough demand, and, you know, hype is always good, and utility, and there's a lot of good catalysts, I think, you know, those current wells can be replaced relatively quickly.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about other whales, like ETH whales that are coming in, and, you know, could spend 100K like it's nothing. Like somebody bought one of those moonbirds for like 113,000 the other day. It's like, yeah, I'll just spend this amount of ETH, you know, no biggie, because they were buying ETH in 2016 when it was like $1. So
yeah, I think so this is interesting, right? So on Hero, a lot of the like high value items, they haven't been selling for within the Hero app for that much of a difference compared to on IMX. But the lower priced items, they have had huge premiums. So yesterday on the spaces yesterday, someone was saying Hero doesn't let you list cards for less than $1. I mean, you know, I don't see why anyone would want to realistically list an officially licensed DC NFT for less than $1 anyway. But for all intents and purposes, like they don't let you. Like the lowest amount is $1. But if you do want to list for less than $1, you can move it to IMX and list it for 25 cents if you want, right? In ETH value or USDC value. And so it didn't make sense to me. Like if you list 25 cents worth in ETH, that's like 0.00001 ETH, right? It's like something stupid. Like who the hell lists an officially licensed DC NFT for 0.00001 ETH? So I bought some like $1 NFTs on Hero. I listed them on IMX for about $3 worth, and they just sold out like instantly. From a percent point of view, that's like a 200% gain in 24 hours.
Yeah, you're telling people your secrets.
Yeah, I mean, people are going to start flipping that. But the really interesting thing is because the percents are quite high, but the dollars that you're playing with are quite small. This opens up an entirely new market for people who live in like poorer, regions like India and the Philippines, where they don't necessarily have a lot of money. But let's say hypothetically, they buy 5 NFTs for $1 each. They list them and they make $10 profit. That's like one day's salary that they made from flipping these cheap NFTs. And a lot of NFT projects, you can't do that because the barrier for entry is so high in terms of how much money you need. But if you're flipping like, $1 NFTs, that opens up an entirely new market to your ecosystem. So do you guys reckon, I know that VeVe has the comics, right? And people did ask before, like, would VeVe ever do like $1 NFTs, like, like promotional kind of things, or, even like, NFTs for free that you have to do a task to get? Do you guys reckon that VeVe would ever do like, like NFTs on like the really, really low end, even though they classify themselves as premium?
I mean, stamps are $6. For the most part, I think VeVe lets the free market handle it. I missed my opportunity with comics when my Marvel comics for like $4.
$2.
Yeah,
God.
man, I was on vacation. I missed that whole thing too.
Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah, you were on holiday, Kyle.
Yeah, it was a bummer. Sad.
I think people know in VeVe that there are more things now that sell for under retail, but I think we all know that will only happen for so long. Like you get, like you said, officially Marvel, like even though Electro, like one of the most hated on the app, which sold out, by the way. She was going for like $11 at one point, the common. That's the first appearance, and I get it. Electra's not the most important character, but they can come in and fix her anytime they want. And I think at some point they will. And so I don't think that, maybe high mint items like a VeVe exclusive they do for a couple dollars, but I don't know about any other NFTs.
We've got 100 viewers now. Woohoo! And
I could see them doing.
What do you guys think about this Frank Kozik thing? Have you heard about this?
Secret rares were one gem though. Remember that? I think they accidentally turned on the secret rare for like a second, and then like I can't remember what secret rare that was, but like I think like 30 people got the secret rare for like one gem or something funny. But it was supposed to be like was it the Ultraman drop? I think it was that accidentally happened or something like that. But yeah, so technically it's already happened.
True.
But yeah, I think that they could explore that. They could do like a 24-hour or like a window drop for like one gem for exclusive, like this exclusive for 2 hours. Everybody can buy it for one gem, and that could be an exclusive in itself. So
a good point. So here's the quick 14-second video on Frank Kozik's thing.
Now Kay's got me eating.
Oh yeah, get it. And that's pretty much it. It's just like a Kozik Appreciation Day. Maybe because it's 420 and they're all smoking something. I don't know.
It
is 420. Oh my gosh.
420 today.
Happy holidays.
So, Sven, I just came back from a run, and I was I had a protein shake. I was sitting here. I was watching some Kyle XY on YouTube before I got in the shower, and I get a message from Kay. He's like, "Hey, you want to come on?" I was like, "Yeah, it's fine." so I haven't showered yet. I just went for a run, and I will shower before the day is done. I mean,
Almost got the hiccups live on stream, by the way. I'm not gonna try to eat now.
Who is a bigger whale, the community biggie or Dr. Profit?
Profit.
The doc.
I think Dr. Profit is probably the biggest whale right now, isn't he?
Yeah, I think I don't know. I've spoken to Dr. Profit several times. I've only spoken to Ray Fixie like once or twice. Um, I don't know too much about Ray Fixie. So I mean, so he's like a mystery, he's a wild card. I don't know. I know he's got a ton of NFTs. I think they're what, like top 2?
I remember the day we first discovered Ray Fixie, right? So it was a funny story. I was basically trying to buy a Ritmo, and I couldn't buy one because some guy kept buying it. And then I went, and this was back in the day when people actually used auctions, by the way. So then I would go to like other collectible auctions, and I kept seeing the same name, Ray Fixie, Ray Fixie, Ray Fixie. And then McShack Attack, he basically did some like digging around, and he's like, oh, this Ray Fixie guy, his name's Raymond Fix. He's like a music producer or something in Africa. And then I was like, oh, okay. So he's got a Twitter. So I started following him. And then he was like, no one knew him at the time. He was like kind of low key. And then he just appeared one day, like with like a million Supermen and prides and stuff.
I was gonna say,
I was like,
we didn't find Ray Fixie. Ray Fixie found VeVe, or found us. He found us.
He knew, man. I remember buying a couple Superman at like 50, goes to 150, and I was like, oh, nice, 3x the money. And I remember one of the first times we interacted is when we were on a thread together on Twitter, and he's like, dude, these are going to like 500. And I was like, I mean, maybe it could 3x again. And then I remember like on that same thread, he finds it and he posts like, told you. And like later when it did go to 500, then it's like, it's going to 1500, bro. I was like, dude, do you think it's going to 3x again? And then it did. So he's been killing it. He's been absolutely right about a bunch of things. So
yeah, I underestimated the Fixie, man, for sure.
Yeah.
Because I was like, how big of a whale actually is he? And then it just like kept going. I was like, okay, all right.
I've spoken to Dr. Profit quite a lot though, because he's genuinely like a really nice guy as well.
Yeah, he's great.
He's very, very interested in like how he can help VeVe. You know, because obviously VeVe, they've got the IP and everything, but I think where they'll truly excel is kind of what we're seeing with Epico, Regal, and these other games, where there's like an ecosystem built around, you know, VeVe and Ecomi. And he was wondering what could be done, like what he can do, because he's a profitable person outside of VeVe as well. Like, we'll leave it at that. But yeah, so he's got resources. So he just like, you know, he's genuinely like curious, and he wanted to like kind of see like my ideas from like a development perspective, what I think maybe he could kind of look to explore to help VeVe or work at VeVe in some capacity. So yeah, he's a really cool guy.
Yeah, he's great. He's same.
Collecting during the day, fighting crime at night.
So I am on 25 million OMI tokens right now.
No comment.
I'm climbing slowly. It's a slow climb.
Get it. There's
no comment.
Every now and then someone that like I don't know comes out of the woodwork and they just have a bunch of OMI. Like this guy Jordan Rees. I don't know if you guys knew of him. The dude has he has slightly over 100 million. I just had him on the podcast last night. It's like,
oh, you did? That one guy that bought a lot just recently?
Oh, him. No, he was
that's
that was
a different guy.
Person. He has a billion OMI. So
you should bring that guy on. That would be a good one too. I gotta watch this other one.
I did bring him on, yeah.
Okay.
So he has a billion OMI. We talked. He's like a Bitcoin trader. Got in like 2017, do a lot of crypto, and then but he was from stock, so he knows like, all right, I'm gonna short the crap out of this. In 2018, he knew because what happened in 2014, and so he said he made more on like the bear markets than anything, just shorting it. And but yeah, so I had both of them on, not at the same time, but that other guy, John from Tplex, he's more of like a analytical guy, like reading the charts and everything. The Jordan Rees, who I had on yesterday, was just kind of like a long-term believer, just like, well, I know the IP and I know this, and kind of did the same thing as me. He like sold his Tesla stock, and he's like debating about selling his Tesla car. I was like, oh my god, you mad lad. But
That's cool, that conviction though. So that's like long term, right? Long term investing versus short term, like win. You know, it's like such a change of mindset and like, you know, conviction when you see stuff like that. But yeah, the T-Plex guy, I actually added him for kind of fun, little tongue-in-cheek tweet. I just said, how long you holding for? Because I wasn't sure. I don't know. I mean, I'm curious. So I'm curious what his thoughts are, and like if he's, you know, if he's just gonna day trade it or if he's like really long term as well. So I'm curious to what his thoughts are.
Yeah, he answered it on the podcast. It was a few podcasts ago, so it wasn't crazy long ago. But he says around like 5 cents he's going to start to liquidate. Which, you know, I asked him, oh, do you have a timeline? He's like, dude, I don't know. Like, it'll be this year, probably going to be next year, though. It really depends on their timelines and what they can get done. I was like, all right, you know, fair point. And he says, like, when the data comes, like, he'll tweet about it. But he's always tweeting about Bitcoin. I think OMI is just like a buy and, you know, forget about it until later. That's pretty much what I've seen.
Right. I mean, in crypto, like you find these projects early on or at a low price, and that's definitely the move because it's like you don't really have to worry about this. So, like, you know that they're gonna like set out to what they're gonna do. I mean, you have the names behind it. So yeah, like, but as far as Bitcoin, you do have to watch that a bit more because there is high volatility, you know, the wars, the Fed, the stock market. Like, yeah, you got to watch that one.
Yeah,
in my
and I've
opinion, a
also
lot closer.
I don't think I can say who, but I went to Atlantic City a few weeks ago and I ran into this person who I know on Twitter, and he said that on early May, because of a death cross or a triple death cross with Bitcoin, said that early May Bitcoin's gonna, like, he said it possibly go down like 50 to 60%. I was like, that sounds ridiculous, but I don't know how to read charts like he would. I mean, for it to go down to like 20K is just bananas to me, and it seems ludicrous. I don't know. Okay, you're shaking your head like, yeah, like, do you have anything to add? Like, is that possible?
Yeah, I mean,
Kay's got an algorithm for it. He's like, yeah.
No, yeah. It's just so hard to predict when you kind of zoom out of OMI, right? The market cap is below $1 billion.
Yeah,
that
so
is
low.
From like, okay, so the way I kind of see the whole Ecomi ecosystem, this is like an S tier project. Like, this is up there in terms of what it can be and what it is right now. But for it to have less than $1 billion market cap, it just seems so weird to me. Like, it should not be less than $1 billion, considering everything it has. Like, I've seen meme coins go into like close to that $1 billion market cap. Like, it does not make sense. So when the market cap is so small, and when you have, like, you know, such a top heavy distribution of the tokens, like, this token can go from like 0.1 cent today to like 1 cent tomorrow. Like, it's just so unpredictable.
Yeah.
Like, there needs to be more distribution of the tokens, and that's only going to come with more exchanges and more easily accessible exchanges. Like, these tokens need to move from the hands of, you know, a concentrated few into the hands of people just using the app every day to maybe wager OMI for a drop, or maybe use OMI for some utility, or, you know, buy OMI to upgrade something. Like, just, you know, baking in as much utility as possible.
Yeah, this is why my price prediction, you know, is a little bit higher, because let's say, you know, at a penny we're at 3.1 billion. So at 3 cents we get just under 10. We'd have been at 9.3 billion, and that's before any burns. Like, think from the circulating supply, we're not going to burn. If it stays down here, or even if it doubles, goes to half a penny, and you know, by the end of the year, let's say we're burning 2 billion OMI a week instead of 1 billion. That's from the circulating supply. Jesus, man, that circulating supply evaporates real quick if we stay below a penny. And if that's the case, then, you know, let's say it goes down to 250 billion circulating supply, then a penny is only $2.5 billion market cap instead of instead of 3.1. And if you have, and this is not listed as a metaverse token yet, if Vanity Fair views VeVe as a multi-billion-dollar company already, and you have the coin that clearly doesn't match it, even though VeVe is supposed to be a small part of what the founders have planned with the VeVeverse and some other things that might come out with, there is, when you have coins like Sand and Mana from Sandbox and Decentraland that are in the billions, that are much higher than this, and this is a better project, and they don't have the IP that we have. Yeah, this is stupid. This is too low. I need to sell a kidney to get more. Also, Philip AB, I'll just throw parties. There's no need to have just be part of the fam. That's it.
Randy's just gonna be wearing like gold shades and then like just gold everything at his
parties. What I want to do? When I get my teeth fixed, I want like veneers, but I want gold. I want gold fangs. I'm not gonna get it, but sick. I want it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually getting in the process of getting Invisalign. So I had my teeth like cleaned and stuff. Because I used to have braces like 10 years ago or something, right? So my teeth were super straight, but because I broke the retainers, like they're still straight, but there's like these little gaps that have appeared, and so it's relatively simple for them to kind of just close up the gaps because they're not like misaligned or anything. It's just spread out a little bit.
Dude, dental stuff is like
Invisalign soon.
Yeah, dentist stuff is like not cheap. It's like, they're like, you're like, I need to get my teeth fixed, and they're like, that'll be like 10, 15 grand, or in UK case, that's like 10K pounds or whatever. And it's like, oh my God, like what? I just need to fix a tooth here.
So someone just sent me this, and I would buy this all day. Could you imagine if they had a partnership with Cavell and they had Cavell golden moments?
God, the Cavell moments.
I would totally buy that.
I almost came out with the idea, and actually one of the artists I messaged, he never messaged me back, which I was kind of bummed, but I guess I should follow up because I had some pretty good ideas, like funny golden moments in the VeVe community, and it was going to be gold. But then so it was going to be combined. I had some serious ones as well. And I think Randy already knew of one of them because I asked permission, but I think maybe one day I will still do that, or maybe Randy will drop it himself. I don't know, but I think there's some good meme quality stuff we could do.
if I didn't just already go to Atlantic City to pay for taxes, I was going to release some NFTs and be like, okay, guys, buy these NFTs, and I promise you, I'll buy you a taco every month, or I'll give you like a phone call every quarter, and that would be a way to try to pay off the taxes. But I think I'm okay now for at least the next 3 months, and then we'll but yeah, let me know. We'll go from there. I think that'd be great.
The IMX meetup. So for those who don't know, I'm going to be attending with the Hero team, HRO. So it's going to be Gavin, Mark, and Lewis. And then I'm also going to be joined by Venkatesh, who's the CEO of Epico Regal, and he's also a shareholder of Ecomi and VeVe as well. So I think it'll be a pretty fun meetup, and obviously the IMX people as well. So yeah, there's a lot of VeVe people that turned up. It was quite funny, right? I commented on the event, and then I shared it, and then literally all of the VeVe people who live in the Netherlands, they just deleted the ticket. They just bought all the tickets. Like that event went from being like 50 tickets available to like 0. I was like, wow.
Yeah,
just like the power of the VeVe community in the Netherlands.
People like other projects just don't understand the power of the VeVe community, and it's absolutely insane. Like a lot of us got into HRO early, and we kind of know what happened to that. Like it immediately just sold out, and then like I can't even go to the store, my local Walmarts, and buy packs, because people are buying them up.
Yeah,
I had some local VeVe OMI homies like send me pictures. They're like, "Hey, you live in Oklahoma?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Send me this giant picture of like all the packs they have." I'm like, "Bro, like hook a brother up. Like what the heck?"
They aren't even any for you.
No, none for me. And they're like, "It's just business."
Yeah. Did you guys see the Netflix rug pull? It looked like a rug pull.
So yeah, this is why I was quite salty, but I was okay with like, people came up with FANG, Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, Google, like that they didn't include Tesla in that. I was like, Tesla's a really great growth stock. There's a lot of room to grow. But I knew that Netflix is, acquiring so much debt and they, and then they make a lot, but they acquire so much debt to try to get these movies out. And yeah, VeVe doesn't have an issue with that. Netflix is so big already, it's almost like there's nowhere to go but down, as far as viewership and subscribers. But for VeVe, where there's a couple 100,000 people, easy to go up. Again, no marketing's been done yet. This will be easy.
No, I didn't. What happened with Netflix? You guys are gonna have to tell me.
Their Q1 results came out, and they had lost subscribers for the first time like ever, and everyone's just like panic sell and just.
How much valuation did they lose? It was like 200 billion or something stupid?
The market cap for them?
Yeah. It was. They lost a quarter of the market cap in like literally an hour.
Yeah, it happened with Facebook like a couple months back as well.
I wonder what streaming apps like haven't lost users. I wonder how Disney Plus is going to report it once, or like if they reported anything there. But that's interesting. That's an interesting metric. And the thing about VeVe2 is like they could just keep doing interesting drops. Like they could even do their own accessories or like infinitely. I mean, there's just so many ideas they could do. It's not limited to like, bringing on movies and shows.
That looks like a rug pull.
Cue up the non-fungible, wonderful rug pull song.
Dude, I love him. He's the best.
Yeah, I listen to his songs when I'm working throughout the day. It's good stuff.
Oh yeah, how many ducks are you up to?
53 ducks now.
You need 16 more to get 69.
I'm gonna get to 60 soon. I'm just waiting for some of my comics to pop up. So I'm gonna trade in a few comics for some ducks, and then I'm gonna do a bit of flipping and try and work my way up to 100 ducks.
Darkwing Duck.
When you get 69, you have to take a photo and turn it into an NFT.
59 ducks.
Get it slabbed.
Oh, you're coming Decon London, right, Randy?
I was supposed to, but I actually have this thing called Dragon Con. It's another con in Atlanta, Georgia, the same weekend.
Oh,
I already have tickets, the hotel. Yeah, so I will go to Europe at some point. I usually go every other year anyway. So once OMI moons, I'll keep you guys posted on my Euro trip.
What about you, Kyle? Are you coming to London for Decon?
Nah, I don't think so. I'll try to stay in the States probably and just wait for events here because it's more economical. And like Randy said, if OMI moons, maybe I will.
Yeah, if OMI moons, then you definitely gotta come.
Gotta have that liquidity on deck, for all these opportunities popping off. So
yeah, Daniel Lee's coming down to London in a couple of months, I think.
Oh, very cool.
I think the first major meetup was supposed to be with Dan because I think he's in Oklahoma too, right?
Yeah, he's like 20 minutes away from me right now.
Oh, yeah, we're supposed to have a tornado party in like his basement, and just be like blasting non-fungible wonderful songs like tornado party.
That is hilarious. Yeah, that's like the Okie pastime right there. Like there's like legit there'll be like a huge storm and there's like lightning and like you can hear the wind and there's like maybe a funnel cloud over there. Like Okies just like walk out on their front porch and then they just like stare at it and it's like a meme joke, because like you're supposed to take cover and it's like these people are just outside on their porch just watching the storm like it's a Netflix show or something. Oh.
I don't know how much Uncle Jay has, but I wanted to show you guys that all the stocks like Teladoc, Roku, Zoom that like just absolutely went parabolic in the pandemic. Yeah, they're all down the past year. Like
all the streaming ones are down now.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's what happens. People are leaving their houses now finally. And
exactly. That's why I'm bullish on Niantic, though. I will say that. Bullish on Niantic.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah. I assume
really anything AR. I mean, AR is cool. You can interact with it outside, go to the park, take a picture with your Spider-Man hanging on a tree, throw on your AR glasses in the future. Sky's the limit.
Yeah. Felipe B, if I was already, I mean, I was for a couple of hot minutes, a couple times before it went down. It depends. Like, I would, if I had a wife and kids, I would not go all in. I'd go like maybe 15-20% in. But I'm single and in the world's crappiest apartment, so I put on everything. Nothing to lose.
Planet Vampire says Randy will take a Euro trip and sing Scotty Doesn't Know at the opening of his streams there.
Oh, yeah, I'll be doing, I guess, Austria, Germany, London, Switzerland. Yeah, that's where I usually go.
Here's a question. So, if someone is already a millionaire, how much OMI do you think they'd be willing to buy? Like, how much do you think people, in terms of their net worth, would be willing to gamble on OMI?
If you have wife and kid, probably 15-20%. Like, if you're real, and honestly, that's even too moon boyish. Like, if you just had $1 million, I don't know, 7 or 8%. If you have a wife and kid, if you have stuff like to lose, you really want to protect your money when you get a lot of it. But $1 million is really not a lot if you think about it.
Yeah, not anymore. It's like, yeah, not like it used to be.
Was like what, 12% or something?
12%, yeah. That's what is it supposed to like peak at 15 or something? Like by
that's
June?
More than index funds give you.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And speaking of which, like banks are losing talent to like DeFi and like anything other than traditional Fi. Like they're losing all their talent to all these exchanges now. So yeah, like you could do like a liquidity pool and get like 300%, like or whatever. Like you get these wild APYs and whatever.
Kyle, what are you finding? You're finding Yu-Gi-Oh! And IMX. What's this? Are you trolling?
Cardamundi to the moon.
You're the first person to report on that, right?
Yeah. I was messing around on their test net, and I was like, "What is this? What are those?" And the outcome, I think it's a definitely a possibility. Whether that's them just them testing it, even if they don't roll it out for like a year or two, that I think it's still on the table. I don't see a reason why it's not a possibility, you know?
Yeah, I wouldn't take testnet assets seriously because devs, they troll a lot. They put the most random stuff in there. Like, I mean, I think
like the poop.
Some of their testnet assets went into production, didn't they? There was a toilet with poop in it.
It was poop, yeah.
Yeah. People thought IMX got hacked, but that's literally what devs do. They use like the most
very true.
troll random pictures for testing.
Yeah, so you do have to take those with a grain of salt, but I think the use case is documented very well on Immutable X with Gods Unchained, the card game, and then you now have Hero with the actual cards, and of course now you have you already had VeVe on there, so but I don't know if we'll see that for a while.
Yeah, 200,000 subscribers. Wow, that's crazy.
I know Tesla beat earnings. Tesla beat it.
They're going to continue to crush. I mean, just the whole situation in Ukraine and the dependency on gas there in Russia. So I think that not to bring up like a bad topic or anything like that, but the whole thing being that like I'm bullish on Tesla because that encourages everybody to go electric, and kind of avoid the outcomes or things out of your control in a war situation. And I think that is a perfect use case for Tesla.
Yeah, I read last week ARC's their price predictions for 2026 and 2030. 2026, I think $4,600 at $4.5 trillion company, and by 2030 they had $22,000 per share, around a $23-ish trillion company. And I think they're wrong. I think that's very, very conservative because they left out Tesla robots and they left out Tesla energy. So I think
the energy's huge.
They could be like a $30 trillion company by 2030. It sounds crazy, but
just wait till like the power walls aren't even really in anybody's home yet. Like a lot of people are going to have those power walls and plug in your car, have a solar panel, or your roof is literally made of solar panels. Like that's just going to be like default mode for a lot of people.
Yeah, they just rolled out insurance too on like 4 different newer states. It wasn't Cali and a couple other places, but I'm very bullish. I don't know what Money is. What is Money?
Money. It's a play to earn game, and it was one of those ones where it was kind of like Axie Infinity. So I got in quite early, but I did buy in at like a kind of mid-price range, and then the token kind of went up like massively, and then it came all the way down because the game just kept getting delayed, and so the hype of it's kind of died down, and so I don't think that token's going to go anywhere until the game is out. I think people are at that point now where they're only going to kind of move their money into things that look guaranteed, like there's a product there, like you can see something. And that's why I think products like Illuvium, a lot of people are going to start jumping into that now because you can actually see something there that kind of at the end of the tunnel. Whereas ones like Money, which backed a game called Monster Infinite, we're not going to see any money move into it until we see something of the product. And that's just going to be that's just how it's going to go during like this bear market. Is people are going to be a lot more careful and less speculative.
Right. No, that makes sense. Brooke goes.
Randy will take a Euro trip and sing "Scotty Doesn't Know" at the opening of his streams there.
We'll see. I'll get I'll remember my new wall socket chargers because last time I did not think to get that, and or the first time I didn't think to get that.
I don't know if Reese messaged you guys, but he messaged me to test out the bridge. So you can actually send OMI back to exchanges now. You have to use the OMI bridge that's available on, is it omi.vv.me?
It is on,
or is it like another site for the bridge?
I sent it to 2 people to test out on tools.immutable.com.
Okay, so it's on Immutable. Okay.
Yeah. So that's it. Yeah. I haven't tested it out yet. My OMI is kind of staying where it is. I still have most of my OMI is actually is still on GoChain. It's still on because
you haven't migrated. It's not migrated yet.
Now like 100 million OMI is still on GoChain. As I have like 6 different wallets and 5 of them are GoChain OMI. So they're all like 20 million each. Yeah.
Can't get hacked if you're not on the main net.
I sent like $50,000 worth of OMI to my VeVe wallet, right? Because I was like, Reese said that the top staking tier is going to be 50K. So it automatically converted to L2. And then now OMI's tanked. So now I have to send like even more OMI just to kind of get it back up to 50K again.
Yeah, I don't even think my mine's not 50K in there anymore either. It's just under. So hopefully OMI goes up like 1/10 of a cent, and then I'll get back over there. Fine. So
I'm betting on that long term, move. That's what for the OUP. Definitely not short term.
Yeah. For Style of Beyond, I just spent like 30K on taxes. So I will get some more funds. I will, but it's not really the flip though. Like what I want to do is I want to get a bunch of the physical packs, and I want the cards because I want both the digital and I want a binder full of the cards. So that is, this is not really the flip. It's just I'll just buy a few just to collect them.
Yeah, for me it's more about collecting and just having fun. For me too, it was like a good because I was looking at getting into like some kind of cards again just for fun, and that just happened to be like on my radar, and I was like, yo, this is pretty cool, it's Batman, and so I don't know, I'm a DC kind of fan anyway, so
I found these old Pokemon cards in my closet.
Are those the film ones?
Yeah, and
I used to collect those. I remember those.
What I found out, I opened a pack, 2 packs on stream, and I don't know what happened, but the cards like stuck together, and you had to like, yeah. I can't even sell it because I don't want to sell cards that are like sticking together. I don't know how. But they don't like, they're not like damaged though. Like only a couple are. And but they're pretty cool though. Some of them are hollow.
Yeah, I remember
cool.
those. I used to collect those ones as a kid. They're from the first movie, aren't they?
Yeah.
And then you also got that giant, was it the giant Mew? Like a promotional card as well when you went to the movie? They gave you this like giant, it was like in a giant like plastic, and it was just to show that you went to the movie or something. They gave them out for free. Yeah.
Yeah, the ancient Mews are they're still, you still sell them for like, if they're in the package, sell them for like $50. So I had a few of them at one point. Bought them when they were like 20. I was like, all right, they made enough now. So
I had a couple of them. I always thought they were so cool. It was like one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's the lore.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of using your master collector points for buying land? What do you guys think?
I think you'll be able to use master collector points to maybe reserve land, but I think the land will probably be OMI.
OMI, yeah, that's what I thought.
Maybe you could use. I'd like to see it just OMI, but I do think that eventually they'll be like, yeah, you can use Ethereum also.
I don't want them to allow use of Ethereum for buying land. I want it to be OMI, because this is like one of the things where you can finally have full-on OMI utility. Why would you throw Ethereum into it? Just do it as OMI and then burn that OMI.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. So I mean, it all depends on like what their goal is. Like if it's going to be to burn OMI, stay with OMI. But if their goal is to raise funds for, future, VeVe stuff, then I'm okay with that, I guess. But yeah, I would prefer just OMI. That'd be cool too. But yeah, I don't know about master collector's points in land. I don't know, but we'll see.
So the OMI that I have to put in more, because I have almost the 50K in there worth for, and that'll just be for staking. So and I imagine it would have to be layer 2 OMI that would have to go in there, to purchase the land. So I would, a lot of what I have is going to be put into land, because I've seen it in Earth 2, I've seen it in other places that go and land like 100x so quickly, like super quickly. And not that I think OMI won't, but I think by the time we're able to buy land, let's say late Q3, let's say Q4 of this year, or even if they release the VeVe, doesn't necessarily mean we'll have land just yet. But I fully expect OMI to be a couple cents by the time we have that. And
yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, I mean, if we 10x from here already, 2.5 cents, and then another 10x from there. I mean, from that point, I could see a 10x at some point, like, a couple years down the line, say 2024, we'll be like, let's say 25, 50, whatever. But if we burn a lot of OMI, but for land, it would be a lot easier to 10x at that point. So that's mine. I have a whole set of cards.
Of the lenticular cards on VeVe, like, you think they're, good value? I mean, they have Disney, they have music. It's a interesting kind of asset as well. It's got the animation when you kind of view it from different angles. What do you guys think about that?
Let me throw out my QR code. It's terrible. Just send them to me. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just playing. I like them.
I love them. I think that these are criminally undervalued right now. And now I have the set, so I don't know, pumping or shilling, but there, like you said, there's 3 different images. There's 2 on the front. There is a signature on the back, which is really important for Disney people. And then it is the first time we do get cards on here. It's the first time we get music. Now, we've had sounds on there before. We've had, the Ghost Trap and the Ecto. There's sounds on there, but this is actual music. So there's a lot of layers to these. And again, it is the first time that you have the Fab 5 together, plus Daisy, and it's the first Disney secret rare. So I think the future will be very kind to these. And honestly, like, I bought these not at the highs, but I bought them when they were high, and I've lost like 70% of the value on these. Like, this is stupid that they're this low. And again, with hundreds of thousands of people on Facebook Disney collectors groups and tens, if not hundreds of millions over on Disney Plus, and Disney will advertise one day. So I think these are criminally undervalued. These are stupid low.
Did you guys see the trend that was happening on Twitter where people were basically posting about basically their biggest losses on VeVe? And there was one that made me laugh. Like the guy basically posted a picture of his Goofy, and he's like, the feels when you buy Goofy at the top, and he bought Goofy at like 3,300 gems, and it was down to like 700 or something. I was like, man, I can feel that.
Yeah,
he was at like 4K at one point.
Yeah,
so
yeah, I think they're I mean, really mini. It's like the first time ever as an NFT. Like, hello, like, and there's the other characters, right? And so yeah, like Goofy, like only 700 gems. Like, I'm just gonna zip my lips and just keep it moving.
Yeah, those are there for until they moon. I like them there. What's up, Jike?
Tesla Q1 might just save the stock market. I'm super bullish on Tesla. I love Tesla.
Yeah, they're up 4% after hours. I just took a look.
Yeah.
Oh, 5% now. Hey, almost 6%.
Okay, yeah.
Damn, that's nuts. Yeah, 5.93% now they're up.
Allow list for hero is just whitelist. So basically, you need to be in the Discord, and they're going to post like random competitions every now and then, and you just have to participate, and then they'll put a list of names of people who won, and then they automatically get enrolled to buying the digital packs earlier than everyone else. So it's just a whitelist process.
Get this bread.
All right, guys. Well,
we have Daniel Lee here. When you become an OMI millionaire, how do you intend to evade the gold digging that groupies? Oh, evade the gold digging. Oh, gold digging fought groupies. Oh, okay, yeah. How do you avoid the gold diggers, Randy, when you're an OMI millionaire?
Yeah.
I mean, I think I typically a year almost, or outside of a little while. Like, I don't usually get a lot of girls, whether it's the hair, the teeth, the face. I could just not tell them. I just be like, just show my. I just do like the Jenna Marbles, like, and then they'll leave me alone. What about you? Well, you're married though. You're
yeah, I'm married, so mine would be just to stay in Oklahoma and like there's nobody here, so no.
We're already in Q2, aren't we? Right now, surely it would be Q3 if it's getting delayed again.
Yeah, unless he means like again in Q2. Yeah, I mean, longer stay down. As long as we get OMI utility, then I hope we stay down here for as long as possible. Burn that OMI.
I don't care about MPL. Just give me OMI to NFT. That's all.
Yeah. Immutable X, I think, will be exciting. Yeah.
Kyle, you said you got to bounce, or was that a?
Yeah. I better get out of here. I appreciate you for having me on, and it was a pleasure. Love the conversation. Love being on with you guys, and I'll see you later.
Yeah, definitely. Really good having you in the car. We'll catch you soon. We'll probably finish in about 7 minutes. So yeah, we'll wrap up soon anyway.
Coolio.
This one's savage. The Batman Croc for 2.2K. I knew it didn't make sense for it to be above 2K. It didn't even make sense for it to be above 500. But I waited and I bought it at 600. And even then, that was overpriced. Now it's sat at 250.
Is it really?
Yeah, you can buy the Batman Croc for 250 gems now.
I think 250 is definitely worth it. Like that's
considering a good price.
Yeah, I mean, considering what it was, and then you get that first appearance, Killer Croc, and it's a battle statue. So I think that was pretty legit. Frank Sobaka is like every now and then I'll be like late, and we've already gone through like 2 hours of OMI and VeVe talk, and then we'll just get really weird. We'll just get like talk about like Bigfoot, and we'll talk about being in a simulation. And Frank said that 2 of his homies got abducted. Like they had said that like, hey, we don't remember part of this night, but we remember little bits and pieces. Frank's a cool dude. It's did you ever have that on your stream? Like when you stray away from from Market Talk, and you just go like, "Hey guys, what's like the best fast food place?" Or what's like the best? Do you ever get weird?
Yeah.
I love that. Those are like my favorite nights.
Topic as well. Like just was it like context switching?
Yeah, we just go like full on conspiracy mode. Like I'll be on like r/conspiracy theories on Reddit. I'm like, all right, guys, what are we going to? That's great. Yeah,
I can't stop myself from keeping packs sealed. I end up opening them like randomly. I'm just like, I think I'll open it.
it's fun to have something unopened. It's a mystery, especially if not all of those mythics or the highest tier is accounted for.
53 Tobies, man. That's savage.
You never go full poolside.
On the drop.
He went full poolside.
Yeah, he went full on poolside there. Legendary error cards, good ones to hold on to. If you can get them graded, then definitely do that as well.
Yeah, the errors are really good. Bigfoot on VeVe.
Bigfoot is on VeVe.
I guess he is in the Cryptkins, yeah.
Yeah, he is.
That's a good point. I love that set. People hate on like Murakornos and Cryptkins. Like, I love that stuff. This stuff is great.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Cryptkin Series 2. Like, it's been nearly a year now. I've been waiting for Cryptkin Series 2 for so long. Just give us this. You know what? There was supposed to be one drop, right? And Reese never explained what happened to it because I asked him, and he was like, I thought they'd released that one. If you go back to the really old Cryptkin article that they released on Medium, there was one more Cryptkin they were supposed to release called the Midnight Chupacabra, but they never released it. And I was like, what happened to that one? And Reese was just like, oh, I thought they released it. And I was like, no. And then he's like, oh, they'll probably release it in the next run. And I'm like, okay, when is the next run? I'm waiting forever for Cryptkin Series 2.
There's in Designer Con, there was a board thing, like it was a like a flashcard thing on screen, and one of the things that it says like all the things we have, all the things that are coming by the end of this week, and one of them was the Monopoly Man. He was in his top hat, he was in his monocle. We never got it. I'm waiting for that to happen. Can't wait. But probably when we get board games is when we'll get that.
Yeah. I have heard of this problem. I think if you log a ticket with the hero team, they'll look into it. It could be related to the misprint problem that's been happening. I used to actually be a very hardcore XRP holder. I used to hold like 90% XRP, like way back in the day.
How would people make the mistake? So make sure you guys buy OMI and not, unless he's just saying like, guys, if you're looking in crypto, don't get in these. Although XRP, that lawsuit's going very well for them, so that they should moon soon.
Yeah, definitely. Am I going to buy Illuvium land? I'm gonna try. I don't think I'll get it, but I'll try. Midnight Chupacabra, yeah. The OGs remember the Midnight Chupacabra. The OGs remember the stream that Cavell did during the Cryptkin. That was the funniest stream ever on YouTube. Like, you see Cavell come up, and you know how Cavell does like those thumbnails where it's like he's super like overhyped, and then he's like, I'm gonna buy all the Cryptkins, and then when it comes to the drop, the app logs him out, and then he can't get back in, and then he finally gets back in, and he's like, what are these grown-ass people doing, you know, like buying these little monster things that nobody's ever heard of? And I'm like, bro, you were literally trying to buy these yourself.
If you ain't crying, you dying.
I was laughing. That was the funniest stream ever.
Oh, Cavell's amazing. This is like my spirit animal sometimes. Just
I watch his videos because of the entertainment. Like when he did the reaction to the people getting restricted because of the fraudulent gems, he went into their Telegram group and he was reacting to the things they were saying.
They were roasting him so hard.
Funny. Like they saw Cavell reacting to it, the Telegram on the stream. So they started posting pictures of Cavell in the Telegram, like really funny ones as well.
I remember.
It basically turned into a Cavell roasting Telegram.
That was insane. That was a lot of fun. What you on, dog? I'm on. Oh, nothing. I've been sober for a few weeks. Not really by choice. I was just sick, and then I got it in me. And this is why I think we're in a simulation. Like, I don't like to clean. I had every ounce of thing telling me to like, I don't need to work out. I'm just not going to work out anymore. But suddenly one day it's like, oh, need to clean, need to get some eggs. And now my diet's on point. I haven't had carbs in a couple of days, and I'm trying to take some folate, because most people in America, they're actually not deficient in folic acid. But the reason why people that are on keto are because they're not eating bread. You get a lot of folate in breads and chips.
Yeah.
So eat a lot of that. The midnight like we did to the other.
Remember when people used to do when Edo, and we finally got Edo? I think we need to do when midnight chupacabra and finally get that midnight chupacabra.
I'm in. I was on TikTok. I went down this weird rabbit hole with these people trying. It started with like illegal immigrants coming in, not coming in, and it led me to like a YouTube video from like 97 or 99. It's like a home video footage of these people sneaking into the country, but the driver is like, this is as far as I'm going. I'm not taking you any further. Get out. They're like, what? Like, get out. And then like they hear this really weird screech, like from however many feet or yards away, and they're thinking it was a chupacabra, because like he had him get out, not for police. I was like, whoa, it's crazy. Love that world.
Ooh, it would be good if they made an airdrop. You know what? I'm gonna tweet that. I'm gonna pull out that article. I'm gonna take that bit out, and I'm gonna be like, VeVe, when midnight chupacabra airdrop, because the Cryptians have been ignored.
Let me know when you do it, and I'll retweet it.
Yes, so I'm definitely gonna do that.
I got to shower, and I got to get some food in me before I head to the gym later. So I will catch you all later.
Yeah,
thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you for joining us, Randy. We're gonna end the stream there, but yeah. Tomorrow,
thank you so much.
IMX event, we'll do another live stream. Tune in for that, guys.
Cheers, everybody. Cheers, mate. All right, bye. Meow, meow, meow.
See ya.
Bye-bye, Daisy. Bye-bye, Daisy.